Chapter 26. Ellie. Finals are coming up, and between studying, working, and taking care of Jenna, I have very little time for anything else. D did text me to apologize for the argument, but I didn't know what to say. On Sunday, he asked if I wanted to watch the movie together, but I told him I was spending the day with Jenna. He texted me a few more times, but mostly to complain about the amount of studying he had to do for his finals. I saw him briefly on Friday in film class, and I sat for an hour on Saturday trying to think up what to text him before I headed for work. I was able to get time off, since most of the customers are students, so the bar is pretty empty during school breaks. But I'm trying to get in a few extra shifts before I leave. I must have reached for my phone 100 times, wanting to text him. But the deal was no emotions, and I don't want to seem pushy or take advantage of him. So I put my phone aside and focus on my studies. I've just finished the first of my finals when I see Victor. I'm sitting alone in the cafeteria, enjoying a mediocre chicken cacciatore. He smiles down at me with his tray in hand. I haven't seen you in a while. Do you mind if I sit? My body immediately says no. I don't want him near me. I shake it off and gesture for him to sit. How are your finals? I ask. Bothersome, he sighs. But let's not talk about school. I'm so sick of that being the main topic around here. I laugh. Well, you are at a university. It's pretty much on everyone's mind here. Tell me something fun. Like what? Like how you'll be spending Christmas. Any chance I'll run into you here on campus? I shake my head and swallow another bite. No, I'll be leaving campus. I'm visiting family. Well, my aunt's new boyfriend. Sounds boring. I shrug. They tell me I can ski there. He grimaces. I hate skiing. I never understood why you would travel somewhere cold when there's always perfect beach weather somewhere. You want to spend Christmas on a beach. If I had my way. But I don't. Why not? Ever since Dylan Darcy ruined my life, my parents keep a tight lid on the money. My money really, but the way it's set up, I can't even access it. I'm sure he didn't mean to ruin your life. Oh, he did. He hates me for what I did. And he's such an arrogant, selfish prick, I'd expect nothing more from him. I chew slowly. I just can't see him being so mean-spirited. I thought you didn't know him. I don't, not really. But I've seen him around. Well, you're just going to have to trust me on this one. He's pretty good at hiding it, but there isn't a compassionate bone in his body. And if you knew what I know, you'd agree. I somehow doubt that. Jenna filled me in on the things I didn't remember from the night I got drunk and slept in his bed. And he was respectful the entire night. Maybe he's overcompensating for the way he acted when he was young, but somehow I just can't believe what Victor told me. Victor, a guy in a dark hoodie, comes up to us. How's it going? Victor asks. The other guy is hiding something in his palm and holds it out for Victor. I think I see a wad of cash as they do a sliding handshake, but I'm not sure. See you around, the other guy says and leaves. What was that about? I ask as Victor puts away whatever he just got. Just a friendly wager on the hockey game tomorrow. Do you want in? I'll give you great odds. I shake my head. No, I don't gamble. It's not gambling when it's a sure thing. He laughs. I've never been a fan of gambling. I understand it happens and people do it all the time. But I like to know every aspect of any financial decision. And sports are too unreliable. Jenna has called me out a time or two before, claiming that my stocks are a form of gambling. But it's different. I invest in companies after learning all I can about them. I would never buy stock without having read over complete financial reports. Which is why I've already got a neat little sum working for me. I look up just as Julian comes into the cafeteria. He looks tired. He has dark shadows under his eyes and he's pale. If Jenna was any other person, she'd be happy to know he looks miserable. But Jenna is Jenna, and she still wants him to be happy. I'm not Jenna. So I find joy in his appearance. I hope he hasn't been able to sleep a wink since he broke up with her. I hope he fails all his finals. But as much as I enjoy his misery, I know Jenna will not. And she is on her way here. I have to go, I say. What's wrong? I nod toward Julian and he follows my gaze.
Julian?
He's dating your friend, right? He was. He broke up with her out of nowhere. How much do you want to bet Dee was behind it? My eyes swiveled to him. What? He can't stand seeing anyone happy. And he loves interfering in others' lives. It wouldn't surprise me if he somehow broke them up. I shake my head. No. He wouldn't do that. This one is on Julian. He didn't recognize what he had. He messed up.
Maybe I'll see you before you leave?
Victor says as I get up.
Maybe.
I'm too focused on Julian and the door to pay attention to his words. As I put away the tray, Julian notices me.
Ellie.
How are you? I don't answer.
Is Jenna doing all right?
His voice shakes and I want to scream at him that if she isn't, it's his fault. But I promised Jenna I wouldn't be mean to him, so I just give him a glare and leave. If I have to be around him for any amount of time, I will do something I'll regret. As soon as I leave the cafeteria, I call Jenna and ask if we can meet at Dirty instead. 20 minutes later, I'm in awe. It amazes me how strong she is. I gave her a quick recap of the encounter, pointing out how I didn't even yell at him, and she just says I could have talked to him if I wanted to. Then she asks me about Victor. What's going on between the two of you? You've met up with him twice now. Nothing's going on. And we haven't met up, we've just bumped into each other. He seems nice. You think everyone seems nice? Most people are. How are your finals going? Jenna shrugs.
Decent.
Hey, how about we do some study dates this week? We could even combine them with some rom-coms. I'd like that. I lean closer over the table. Do you want me to cancel my trip? We could spend Christmas eating chocolates and watching movies in our pajamas. Jenna shakes her head. That's not necessary. I think I'll have a good time in Monaco with Dad and Camilla. I hear Camilla redid the entire second floor of their house, and Dad hates it. Has he told her? Of course not. You can come if you want. Even if the second floor is a mess, there are enough rooms for you. And I'll be taking the jet, so no wait time at the airport. It's when Jenna says things like that I remember that she's wealthy. She neither shows it off or acts like it. I always forget you have your own plane. It's not my plane. It pretty much is. You know its sole purpose is to be on standby for you. She rolls her eyes. But it's not like I use it. Tempting as it sounds, I'll stick to my plans. If you're sure you'll be all right. Yeah, Camilla will watch movies with me. I will take you up on that offer sometime though. I'd love to see Monaco.
It's an open invitation.
I watch her over my coffee. Does it still hurt? She smiles. It will take some time to get over him. But I'm sure I will. I watch her and I wonder. I've never seen her in love before.